Hey there, Tennessee fans. Welcome back to another episode of Tennessee Fan Talk. Hey, we put it out, week by week, show every week. And, you messaged, we listen, and the message was, please shorten the shows. These 51-minute shows are hard to get in, and we end up losing a little bit of viewership. So you requested it. We're going to do it. We're going to split these things up. This will be the first of two shows this week. And this show being about our Vols. The second show this week will finish up the preseason predictions, and we'll go into that more on that second video. Thank you for tuning in. Got myself, as always, Brandon Byrd, and that way. We've swapped sides here. The Duke.
I'm left-handed, so I'm on the left side now.
We want to welcome in our special guest, the Georgia fan. You don't have to be Tennessee fans to join in. You could be Georgia. No. You could be Appalachian State. Football is football. We've waited, 220 some odd days for this, and it's back. Welcome in.
Sorta.
Franklin down below.
I mean, do we consider Nebraska and Vanderbilt's, football season back? No, I don't. Just me.
Their season's over. It's already over.
All right, guys, welcome back to the show. Before we get started, we want to talk about the PCJ Studio Show Starter of the Week. This section is brought to you by PCJ Studio, the home of new podcasters and tips. If you need help getting started with your podcast, check out pcjstudio.com. The show starter for this week is hilarious to me because I'm the only one with the Duke, and then we had special guest Luke on picking Vandy. Earlier in the season, I was the only one to pick them for a win, and they put it on Hawaii.
The Rainbow Warriors.
63-10, 35 of those points in the third quarter. Commodores, 601 total yards with 404 on the ground. I mean,
I'm trying to find it here. I got the box scores brought up.
Could Hawaii stop anything from running? 404 by Vandy.
They need to do some more hill runs up them volcanoes out there. You know what I'm saying?
Two of those scores contributed by the Vandy D. This is
the little nugget here. This is Vanderbilt's largest win in school history. Just put it on there.
Was it really?
I'm serious.
Look at you. He hit it with that stat. For me, the stat I was going was this is good for the Commodores because it is their first opening win since 2018.
It's also the first time they're number one in the SEC.
I was going to say it's their first season wins or opening win since like 1855.
Dari from the SEC Network predicted Vandy. It was a big thing. I listen to ESPNU on SiriusXM every day, and Danny in the morning, they were talking about how in the world someone could predict Vandy starting 4-0. I've got them with 3-1 in that because next week they've got Elon, and then the Wake Forest is where I'm saying that they lose their first one.
I mean, that's probably right. Even though that I still I had them only winning one game of the year, like
as it is right now.
You have to revert back to last year. East Tennessee State beat them last year.
As it sits right now, you picked
Elon. Come on, Elon.
You picked them 11-1. So as it sits,
you mean 1-11?
I'm sorry, 1-11.
Oh, pump the brakes.
Can you imagine? 1-11.
One of the funniest quotes of the game is I seen they interview the quarterback for Vanderbilt, and he's like, "Yeah, this is Vanderbilt football." I'm like, "Shit." Oops, sorry. Yeah, right. This is Vanderbilt football. Yeah, on the other end normally. Preparation, he said. Preparation. They used to take them preparation H.
So, from kindergarten. Oh, that's great. Yeah, well, if they don't win another one, then you're good. All right. So let's move into the VOLS game 1. And then we have more of the show to do for the second show of the week. Well, this is going to be hard to do. The first one's always the worst one, right?
You'll get used to it.
The season opener. Okay, so we took an Instagram poll this week, and 85% with the question was, do the Vols win by 30? Okay, 85% of they said that they would win by 30. 3% said no, and another 12% said they would win by a lot more. So the opponent, Ball State, they're what did you say that they call their Thursday night games in the MAC?
It's Maction. Thursday night Maction.
The Maction Conference under 6-year Mike New. They went to a bowl game last year. Ball State did. They lost to Georgia State 51-20.
Yeah.
They've appeared in 9 bowl games, yet they've only won 1.
Who'd they beat? Hit me with that stat. Can I guess?
Not it. Well,
I have no idea.
Can you say Vandy?
No, that was you just stole my joke. But okay. Dang.
You get another opportunity to pick on Vandy tonight. I promise you. I promise you. This is the first meeting between the Volunteers and Ball State, where Ball State's going to have to face a program that doesn't rank in program results. So this is not yards and all that other. This is like all-time wins, national championships, bowls. Tennessee does not rank worse than 34th out of 131. Okay, so those 3 that I hit you with there is 9th in all-time wins, 9th in national championships, and 5th in bowl appearances. What do y'all think on following up on that Instagram question? What do you think the Vols are favored by?
By Vegas or in real life?
Caesars, yes, Vegas. In real
22. Yeah, it's all controlled.
Dude?
Like, do I get to pick what they're favored by?
Yeah, what do you think?
I'm going to say 39.
It's 33.5 as it sits right now. You know, that tends to move around as we get closer.
Price is Right rules, I lose.
And the over-under is
72.
Close.
68.
68. Ding, 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 ding. What does he win?
This
Another
fresh box
national
is Montana
champion.
hair.
So, we all know that this is a game. I mean, huge thing. They can get out and warm up for next week. You know, Pitt gave them trouble last year, most of it due to quarterback issues, overthrows, just problems, right? So, 3 things that the Vols need to work on this week to prepare for next week and the rest of the seasons. Awareness, number 1. They've got to be more aware of the situation and more of stopping that quarterback run that kills them, right? Every offensive line that faces us know all that they just got to push the defensive line apart, open up the middle, and a quarterback can run all day. I mean, someone even as small as Stetson Bennett could run right up the middle.
It's because he's
That's a
little. You
slippery
can't
one.
see him.
That's the slippery ones.
He's like a little snake, just slithering all the way through that garden.
The other thing is settling down. Okay, so awareness, stop the quarterback running, and then settling down, and playing their game, and that goes across everyone, but more importantly at quarterback play. And while Hooker has gotten better, you look from where he started last year, did great. Georgia game. First quarter, overthrow city. I mean, some good touchdown passes. I mean, I'm sitting right there watching them. I'm like, that's going to be. Oh, crap, it's over his head.
He got a case of the yips. That's what it is. Case
So,
of the yips.
Settling down and playing the game to get that great start in which they need, because they could potentially be sitting at 7-0, 8-0.
You're funny.
They could make college football playoffs for the first time in the top 25 for the first time, but then they lose. That's at 7-1, I believe, is what the prediction was. At 7-1, then they face that losses Alabama. Then they face Georgia and lose again, and then they're out of the CFPs. Well, let y'all think about that for a minute while we take just a little break, and we'll talk a little bit more VOLS, and that's putting us right about at our time. We'll wrap up show 1 and then record show 2 for you guys to have later on in the week. Show 2 will be them last 2 teams for preseason predictions. Welcome back, VOLS fans. Just a little brief more conversation on the VOLS. We'll wrap it up. I do have one little bit to say about something that just makes me feel great about our predictions. First off, updated news from last week. Everyone knows we have an eligible person. Was it Tennessee Twitter and the letters to USC that got it done?
I mean, no. I mean, they think so, yes, but no.
Sure it was.
I mean, if you're pandering to the crowd, I'm a Tennessee guy, but I don't pander to the crowd.
We'll pander. Tennessee gets it done. USC was putting it off. NCAA, it's on the NCAA. It has to be done by them. No. All you had to do was sign the letter, and you felt enough thumb pressure to go ahead and do that. So we got a man ready to start. Hopefully he got enough practice.
I mean, yeah, he was eligible the day before they start game prep. I saw that on a report, so he should be fine.
That's good. The thing that makes me feel so good about our predictions is Robert Behrens from SB Nation, and he has his predictions. We'll try to get them up in post-production on the screen here.
Yeah, before you say anything, though, make sure that everyone knows that we made these predictions before he.
Oh, yeah. Week over week.
We didn't pad the stats and copy them.
I found, I was actually looking online for a fillable sheet, team by team, week over week, because I'm like, someone has had to create this. That way I don't have to do it, and I can just fill it in. That way I have a reference sheet week over week for the show. And so when I type in, it pops up with this image. And, we had already done all of our stuff. What was great to me, what made me laugh right off the bat, is he's got them separated east and west, as you see. And the east he's got in the bottom, Vanderbilt 1-11. And I start rolling because I'm like, how in the world did the Duke pick this? This guy picks it. That's great.
So it's one of two things. I'm either really smart, and that's not it, or these other guys just – they do like we do, and they shoot from the hip. I mean, it's probably the latter.
I think maybe he watched the show and got it from you.
I mean, if that's the case, then he owes me some royalties, if that's the case.
So, as I roll back through and look at our predictions, one of us equals what he said at the same, either myself or you. And sometimes both of us. Actually, I think the only one that we both picked the same was Auburn to go 5-7. We'll take one last break, and then we'll come back with our Vols and Ball State predictions before ending this first show of this week. And then we'll kick you out on a second show this week, continuing with our special guest, Franklin, where we talk the last 2 teams for SEC predictions. All Welcome back, Tennessee fans. We got the last little bit of Tennessee action for you for this week before we call it a night, and that is, how are they going to fare against Ball State? I mean, we've already told you the over and under, what they're favored by, but what do we say that they're going to do? We'll kick it off with special guest Franklin. How do you think the Vols do against Ball State?
Oh, it's just going to be embarrassing for them. It'll be like 68-17. Like, it's going to get ugly quick.
And the Duke?
So I want to caveat this before I give you my prediction.
Okay.
I absolutely hate that we're playing on. Is it Thursday? Right.
Thursday. Yeah.
I hate that.
2 years
it's so
running.
Stupid. Yeah, and I hate it. I absolutely hate it. I like to go to the bar. I like to crank some beers. I like to watch it with my friends. I got to go to work on Friday, so I can't really do that as much as I would like.
Sure.
Also, we're playing a team that's a nobody. But I'm also know that we're Tennessee, and I don't like to get my hopes up. I've got my hopes up for too long. Now we're gonna win. I mean, it's gonna be a butt whooping too, but it ain't gonna be as bad as what Franklin said. It's gonna be 52-21. Vols. They're gonna get a garbage time touchdown for sure.
I do think they get a garbage time touchdown. Heupel, as once the score is way up, he wants to give his young guys a chance to get in and see what they're going to do. I mean, they're thin at running back, so they're going to have to try some guys in there. With your boy Dixon getting a sprained ankle and leaving for his fourth school.
Maybe we need to put Milton in there. Give him a shot.
Dude, I think Milton would be an awesome running back.
He got stone hands, so he better be
You just got to watch him because he doesn't look at the clock and he tries to not go out of bounds when he should be going out of bounds.
Anyway.
But I really like that 52 number. But I'm going to go a 52-14. Their garbage time touchdown will be the last 7 of the fourth quarter.
I mean, I could see us scoring 2/3 of our, of our points in the first quarter.
In the first, yeah.
Yeah.
They very well may put.
Then I could very well see us crapping the bed and losing the football game, and that's where I keep myself grounded as a Tennessee fan. Try to keep myself grounded.
Well, Vols fans, I hope you enjoy watching this game. Hopefully, the one thing I do like it about being on the Thursday night instead of the Saturday at noon is because Neyland's way too hot in September for noon games. So I'm personally ready for it. And, with all the new light show and the running out of the tee with it dark and orange and all this, it makes for a great atmosphere. Everyone,
what would be even better?
What's
A
that?
halftime show by Earth, Wind, and Fire playing Dancing in September. That'd be even better. Bottom line.
That everyone will be
Boogie
very,
Wonderland? Yep.
very, very hype pull.
Happy football season, everyone.
Happy
Go Vols.
football. Go Vols. And remember, wherever you are, we are at TN Fan Talk. Be sure to get on, subscribe, like, share, all that jazz. We're shortening these things down on you, so it's up to you to get them out. And we thank you very much. Catch you on the second show this week.
Go Vols.